Yes.
All right, so I'm excited about this interview, right? Because y'all know I'm a nosy person.
Okay.
You know I got to get to answers. Got to find out what's going on.
Right.
Heard
Sure.
Usher song Good Love come out, and I was like, wait a minute. Had to go digging in the crates.
Oh, you digged in the crates? Wait,
I ain't got no crates.
Okay.
Had to go, and I was like, wait, we played this song. That was freaking.
Yep.
Because you know, every time I hear something that I recognize, you know I go crazy, and I be like, that's such and such.
Okay. Yeah.
And I was like, wait, I'm about to find Lathun. And I found him.
Oh wow.
And we got him here in the studio.
Yeah, that's for sure. Let's get some hand claps going on real quick to y'all. There we go.
So first, let's give him a great introduction.
Okay.
He's a writer.
Yeah.
Producer.
Yeah.
Correct.
Singer, songwriter.
Yes.
Yeah.
Signed to So Def.
Yeah.
And he did the hit song Freak It.
Yeah.
I can freak it in the mouth.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I know y'all ain't want to hear that. I be trying to sing. I be trying. I had T3 write me a song.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. This is my ghostwriter.
Anyway.
All right.
What up, though, man? What's been going on?
What up, though? It's great to be here. Great to be here, man.
Okay, you gotta come up. Yep, come up to the
Come
microphone.
up more?
Yeah,
Yeah, there you go.
All right, so we got to get a little background on you. You are born and raised in Detroit.
Most definitely, yeah. So I grew up part of my childhood on the east side of Detroit, and then the rest of it on the west side.
Okay, now how did you get your start? Like writing, producing, doing music?
Yeah, I was in a family group. The group disbanded like when I was in high school, something like that.
Okay.
And so I was kind of at a turning point. Like, what do I do? You know, because I was so accustomed to being with them, didn't really know what to do, and so I was like, maybe I'll just write songs for other people. You know what I'm saying? And so I had a friend back in the day who was kind of already in the mix of the music business, and so he started like offering me some opportunities from that. I started writing for some people, and the first group that I did was Immature.
Oh wow.
Immature.
Wow. What happened with Immature?
Immature, they became IMX
Okay.
in the 90s.
Yep.
Okay.
They had a
Yep.
couple of hit records
Yep.
as IMX. And then Marcus Houston went on to do his thing,
Yep.
and he had a lot of hits
Oh, yeah, he
on his
forgot about
own
them. Yeah.
Yep.
without the group. And they used to be on that Scream. They was on that Scream tour and all that
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
So they did pretty well. And then they're doing movies and stuff. now.
Yeah.
All
That's
kinds
dope.
of stuff.
That's dope.
They were, yeah.
Yeah, they
They
were
was
dope.
that
Oh, them
good.
little girls used to be going crazy.
Yes, I could only imagine the concerts for a group like that.
Yeah.
Oh, man,
Yeah.
it was some Jackson 5, New Edition type stuff. Because I've been to a couple of their little gigs.
And it was crazy.
It was like
I
that
could imagine.
Beatlemania type of stuff.
Little girls outside screaming, because
Yeah.
I remember how it was for New Edition when
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
young. Yeah,
Chelsea
I remember
put
fighting
them
a
all
girl over a towel, like, give me that towel. So, okay, so you did that, and then, like, when did you write Freak It? Was that, like,
So-
after, like, writing for everybody else?
I was
and-
working with a bunch of artists. Like, I had produced a bunch of people. I had a track record in the business as a producer.
Okay.
And I used to demo a lot of my music. And so when I would send in the music, a lot of times I would demo it myself because, you know, that was my background. I was a
Okay.
singer. And so I play instruments too.
Oh, wow.
So
okay.
a lot of times it just was convenient for me to do stuff myself because I didn't have to hire anybody. I
Right.
played guitar, I played the bass, I played drums, if I needed
Oh,
it.
okay.
So I just do it, you know what I'm saying? And
Right.
so when they heard Freak It initially, because I did that record with Lil Jon, from Lil Jon and the East Side
I didn't know
Boys.
that. Wow.
A lot of people don't know that either. He's the producer on the record.
Okay.
And so we kind of chopped it up. He told me like what he was looking for because he was trying to blend R&B with that crunk sound.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
And so this is the first time that he was trying to do that. And so he was
Okay.
like, okay, since you got the R&B thing and I got the crunk, let's put it together. And we're going to make crunk and B. You know what I'm saying? Or
Right.
whatever you want to call it.
I gotta go back to the producer part though. So you would demo your own songs. Do you think it's harder for producers to do that now? Like, are they? What is it a difference?
They probably don't have the talent to do
I mean,
Okay.
if you got the
Don't-
talent to do
don't-
it, yes.
Okay.
It happens a lot. A lot of producers do that.
Yeah.
People are demoing whole
Really?
songs
Send the record
and,
ready to go.
submitting records to
Yeah.
people. Yes.
And then the person just tries to do it the same way you did.
Oh yeah.
or-
Yes. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Sometimes
okay.
they pull it off very well.
And sometimes they don't. Huh?
You know, if you send
Yeah.
a record
Yeah.
and it's already a hit,
okay.
Yes. Yeah.
like the record label was like, okay, all we got to do is teach him the song,
Right.
and it's done.
So do you feel like producers now? Do you think they work just as hard as producers from like the 90s? Because I feel like producers in the 90s and early 2000s had to work a little harder. than now?
I think the creativity is still there.
Yeah.
Okay.
The mind of what it takes to create something that's dope is still there.
Okay.
So I'm not one of those old school guys who be like, I hate the younger generation. I hope they all die.
Right,
I hope
right,
their legs fall."
right.
You know, like I'm not that guy.
Right.
But I do understand that the generation that came before me was like more talented than us
Mm-hmm.
because they couldn't sample their voices and like move them around. They
Right.
couldn't
Facts.
bounce things through the record. If they, you know what I'm saying, like they had to
They
play the
did.
record all the way down. I used to count it off. Like the Temptations
Yeah.
was understood like 1, 2, 3, and
Or
then
like
everybody.
yeah,
had
they
to-
use some crazy things just to make sound effects, like
Right,
quarters and all that
yes.
type of stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, so then you do the song "Freak It," and you get signed to So Def immediately.
Well, the record came out.
Okay.
Record started, I mean, blowing all the way up. Like in Atlanta, it was. I couldn't get in the car without hearing "Freak It." I couldn't go anywhere. I mean, it was going crazy in Atlanta. And so then it started spreading from Atlanta to like all over the South. Then it started spreading from the South to like everywhere else.
So it didn't break in Detroit first.
No.
What?
No,
See,
I used to come
that's
home. I would come home from Atlanta where I was like a star
Okay.
and just be at the store buying hots, you know, from the corner store. Nobody cared. You know what I'm saying?
See, that's what I think is so crazy because I have this conversation with T3 all the time. I think it's sad that as artists in Detroit, you have to go away, right? Blow up, and then come back to your city to be acknowledged, but the city won't like embrace you first, blow you up, and then you go away. Like, why is that? Why do y'all think that as artists?
You know, let me interject a little bit. I think it's good though. I mean, if I would have just blew up in Detroit, then I could have just been a Detroit artist.
That's
You know what I'm
kinda
saying?
true.
So
Yeah.
I'm kind of not mad at that. You know, not saying there's nothing wrong with that, but what I'm saying is I was able to get my buzz going elsewhere and then bring it back to the D.
Okay.
And then I was respected more. Like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
and he from the D. You know what I'm saying? So
So do you
You know
feel
what
that
I'm
way?
saying?
Do you feel like
Detroit
with it
is
blowing up in
very-
Atlanta, it gave you that once it blew up in Detroit, it was like you got that respect then?
Most people didn't think that I was from Detroit. They thought I was from Atlanta.
Oh wow.
Like even now, like I saw Pastor Troy the other day. I was out in North Carolina or somewhere. I can't
Okay.
remember, but I was out there performing. I ran into Pastor Troy. He thought I was from Atlanta. Like everybody thought I
Probably
was
because
from
it started in Atlanta and then came back to
Yeah.
Detroit. Because that's how Atlanta is different. I feel like Atlanta embraces their artists a little bit more.
They do.
And then
Detroit is
yeah.
is a town of ghetto superstars.
yeah,
I
Yes.
mean, think about.
they're gonna get you for saying that. But
I'm just saying, you know, it is like everybody got their cardies on. Everybody out here got their own paper. We running our own stuff. So when they go out, they like, nigga, I got my gators on. Who is you?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they looking at you like, what you supposed to be doing? I got the cardies on. I'm doing my thing just like you doing your thing. So they ain't all, you know, starstruck like that.
That's true.
That's just how
All right,
we
so
are here.
this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna take a break. We're gonna play the song "Freak It," go to commercial, and then we're gonna come back and finish this interview.
yep.
All right,
Let's
it's
do
the
it.
Cook Up Show right here on Hot 107.5 WGPR. Let's go. All right, y'all. So we got Lathun in the studio. Like, turn around. We got T3 right here.
What? I'm
We got
always in
Lathun in the studio.
Yeah.
We playing "Freak
Oh,
It."
I
You got turn it up. Here we go. All right. Hey.
Yo, this is New York.
What up, Detroit? It's Coffee Brown. You're listening to The Cook Up Show.
What up, though? This is Coffee Brown.
Yeah, this is T3, and we still talking to our special guests in the building.
Yeah, we
What
got
up, though?
Lathun
What up,
hanging out. Yeah. All right. So look. So we left off at So Def. You got signed, right? So
Yeah.
for people who don't know, Usher and the City Girls just redid the song "Freak It," but they call it "Good Love." How did that happen? Did they call you? You know, I got a million questions. Like, how did that happen? Did they call you and was like, "Yo, we got to do this song"? Like, what was the conversation?
Okay, so here's the story. Over the past like couple of years, I've gotten contacted by maybe, I don't know, 5 or more artists asking me if they could redo "Freak It."
Can you tell us who they are?
And so, no,
No.
I don't
Okay.
want to blow nobody up. You know
Okay.
what I'm saying? But a couple of the groups, they did some really dope renditions of it.
Okay.
Actually, the young lady, what is her name? Chameleon or something like that.
Yeah,
She's
Chameleon.
on that show, the rap, the thing that Issa Rae does.
Oh,
yeah,
the new
yeah,
show,
yeah, yeah.
Rap-ish.
Yeah.
I
Rap-ish,
can't say
yes.
it's something. I can't say the word, but
Yeah.
yeah.
She did a version of it. And
Okay.
I was about to do it with her, but it never got off the ground.
Okay.
And so right after that, I got contacted by City Girls.
Okay.
Their representation contacted me. They were like telling me they wanted to get the record done. They sent me a copy of it, and I was like, "This is kind of dope."
So it's their song. It's not Usher's song.
It's their song.
I didn't know. See,
And
everybody
when they
thinks
first
it's
sent it to
Usher.
me, Usher wasn't on it,
Oh, okay.
which is crazy.
Didn't know that.
Yeah. And so
Wow.
when they got it done, they sent it back, and I was like, "Damn, Usher on this joint," and he was killing it. So I was
Right,
like, "Oh
right.
yeah, this is definitely a done deal," because they hit me up like the week of to like finalize everything.
Okay.
Because we had been talking for a few months, but the week of, they were like, "We got to get this done now. This record, the video is about to drop." And da 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 da.
Okay.
Lil Jon had contacted me, telling me what was going on. Honestly, it probably was Lil Jon that maybe,
Took the song to them,
initiated.
because that's what I was trying to
Not
figure out. Like, how did they
necessarily.
get this? Like, how did they get the
I
song?
think he might have been the one that kind of got Usher on it, because Lil Jon had contacted me a few years back to write some music for Usher.
Okay. Okay.
And so
Dope.
Usher was already kind of interested in doing something in that vein.
Okay.
So
Because the
they
song is timeless. Like it doesn't even seem like it's timeless. Like, it's not dated. It's a timeless song that
It really hasn't gone away.
Right,
That's why I'm
exactly.
doing the 25-year thing right now. I just redid a 25-year video
Oh, that's dope. That's dope.
of the Freak It record. It's the same record. It's
Okay.
just me having fun in the video.
okay.
And
Can
just
people see the
celebrate.
video? Like, is the
Oh
video?
yeah.
Okay.
You can
Where's
go.
it at?
You can go to YouTube right now.
Okay.
Put in Freak It Lathun, and you're gonna get it. And it's Lathun.
Okay. So you were happy with the rendition that they did of it, like?
Oh, it was dope. It
Okay.
was dope. And the thing is it's like, I'm not one of those guys who gets mad if if a younger generation or some new people want to pay homage to me with my music. You know what I'm saying? When people,
Your music bed stop, DR.
I'm a sampler. I
Right.
sample music. I'm a producer. I write my own original music, but I also have sampled music before. And when you dig it in the crates and you pull something out, that's the greatest compliment that you can ever give anybody.
Yes.
To
Right,
sample their
because
joint.
y'all did that, like you said, with generations before y'all, and now people are doing it. Do you feel like it's a gap now with the generations, like the new hip hop R&B people, and the generation, like your generation T3, your generation later?
I mean, I think people still sampling, so
Yeah.
no, not really.
Not really. I think it's
Yeah,
more
it's
of the
still
same.
sampling. Yeah.
But do you
Yeah.
feel like the artists work together? Like what you said, like, you're not mad at the younger artists for doing something, but when y'all was coming up, y'all would call like Aretha Franklin or somebody and actually want to meet them and be a part of whatever it was they were doing. Do you feel like the artists do that now? Like the younger artists?
I would say not really. I think they should. It's wonderful for them to want to do our music and still love it after all this time, which is great.
Right.
Right.
But if it were me, I'm the type of guy, if I'm going to do, Eddie Kendrick's record and Eddie Kendrick's is alive, I'm like, yo, come, I'm going to fly you out to the video shoot.
Right.
And meet you.
I at least want you to do a cameo on the video.
Right. Right.
Just so that the kids will make the connection
Exactly.
between the history of the record.
Yeah, because I feel like there's a gap. Even like in Detroit, just with artists, I feel like it needs to be a connection where the veteran artists and the newer artists should have some type of connection, some type of songs together. I feel like it's something
And hip
missing.
hop, they kind of throw away
Yeah.
Right.
the older artists like a Rakim, which is this guy invented what y'all doing. Like,
Right.
so,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? We can't do that. Like in hip hop, once you get past a certain age, honestly, they used to say if you over 30,
You was
hip
done.
hop is
Right.
done for you.
Yeah,
Right.
you was done. Yeah.
You know what
Right.
I'm saying? Like you
Yeah.
old at that point. It's
Yeah.
not really like that as much now. Like
No.
you got some 30-year-olds out there that's still relevant.
Right.
But I just think that we should
Music
show
video.
more love. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yes.
When you talk about like
Dior.
the
music video.
Rolling Stones, they look like they dead when they're on stage. They so old, but they're still touring. You know what I mean?
Right,
People are
right.
still supporting their
Right.
music.
I think if your music is there, then you know what I'm saying. It's timeless, and
Yeah.
hip hop is finally seeing that. So let's go to the future. What are you currently working on now? I see you got some people in the building.
I do. I have,
What's cracking?
I got Sergio Mandel with me. He's an artist. He's gonna come out on his own label in conjunction with my label YOUNGSON Music. I also got GOTB in the house. We're doing Rich Mind Entertainment. That's my brother's label. And so it's kind of family, but it's also continuing the legacy of the music that I created. GLTB has a video out right now that's called "Do or Die." Dope record. And
Okay.
listen, these are
And they said they played it on Hot Players, right?
they're artists in their own right. They're my kids, but believe me, I'm harder on them than the industry is. Because if their music is whack, it's not gonna happen. I'm only doing it with them because what they're doing is fire.
Right.
You know what I mean? So they both do rap and R&B. They both can sing. They both can rap. And so I take them with me everywhere I go because if I'm promoting myself, I got to promote them too.
Makes sense.
I work with a team of people. I also work with Street Noise. They have Loose Cannon on their label. They've got Melody Renee on their label. And so we try to promote everything that we're doing together. So that's what I'm doing. I want to see them do more than what I did as an artist.
That's
You know, I
dope.
had my success, but I want to see that generation take over and continue what I started. You know what I mean? So
That's dope.
That's pretty
Yeah.
dope. All right, so we want to thank you so much for coming in here, hanging out with us today.
Yes.
Giving us the goods on the, the song with you, with Usher, all of that. Because I was nosy. I had to find out. I did. I was like, this got to be a conversation on the radio. We got to find out what happened.
well,
But
thank you for doing that. I appreciate
anything you want to say before you leave? Let me just say this: y'all welcome any of y'all to come back at any time.
Right.
that. That's what's
For
up.
sure.
Yeah, you are always welcome. You are part of the Hot 107.5 family now. But
Well,
is there
I'm gonna
anything you
hold you
want
to
to say?
that because all of them got dope music, and I definitely want to do that. We just did a movie with Street Noises did a movie on Loose Cannon and Melody Renee. It's out right now.
Okay.
Okay. Dope.
And so I want people to go and look for that as well. It's called Beautiful Noise.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
Any advice you would give to up and coming artists?
I would say the main thing is there are a lot of talented people, but you got to have what it takes. In other words, the people who persevere and the ones who win and the ones who have that energy and have the attitude to make it work. Because there's so many talented people,
Yeah.
but why is it that only some people make it?
Right.
You know how many talented people that you know that never make it?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know a ton. Yeah.
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 So it's something inside you. It's a hunger inside you, and it's a perseverance inside you that makes the difference, and what is going to take you to the next level to make you actually be successful.
That's dope. All right, so how can people find you on IG?
You can find me on IG at I am Lathun. So I do my little thing on there. But mind you, you know what I'm saying? I'm a grown man, so I don't know as much about social media. I bet you, my children, my kids be like, Dad, man, you got to be on there and you keep doing too many selfies. Stop doing all them selfies.
Right. Right.
It's
you know
okay.
what I'm saying? I'm doing my thing on there. Y'all got to check it out. Come see me. Come say hi. I'm a loving person. I'm down to earth. I love my city. I'm a Detroit-born guy. I grew up on the east side of Detroit on Forest, so I love my city. I just want to let y'all know that.
All right, well, we thank you so much.
Yeah,
Make sure
man.
you keep
Thanks
us
for
up
coming
with
out.
everything that you got going on. We about to go to a break. When we come back, we got that street report with I've been Dior. It's
Oh,
hot.
man.
Let's go.